Good morning. Now we shall see the static characteristics of SCR experiment, which is the first experiment. So before watching this first experiment, I suggest you to watch second experiment, which is characteristics of MOSFET. So assuming that you have watched that, okay, and now we will see this experiment. See, there are two parts here. One is main circuit, okay, and this is control circuit, okay. And here, how to make this SCR on? See, SCR is nothing but a thyristor actually. But why we call it as SCR? Because this thyristor find its most of its application in semi-controlled control rectifier, semiconductor controlled rectifier. So since in rectification in other experiments of this power electronics, you find SCR where we are using it for rectification. Now how to make this on? You raise this voltage from 0, that will be red here. Now it is still not on. Once you give sufficient gate current from by making this RPS on, then it will conduct. Now once you remove the gate, it will still be on. This is the peculiar characteristics of SCR, which is not in the case of MOSFET or IGBT. In MOSFET or IGBT, if you remove the gate, then it will be off. But here, if you remove the gate, it will still be on. So hence we call it as it is been latched. Okay. So now to find IH, that is holding current, you make this on, and give sufficient gate current and VAK. Okay, once both are given, okay, then you remove the gate, and what you do is you decrease this RPS, that is main RPS, main circuit RPS, slowly. Okay, suppose while conducting it is 32 milliampere, or let us assume some 40 milliampere while conducting. Now you have removed the gate, it is still showing this current. Now as you go on reducing this will also reduce 40, 39, 38, 37 and so on. At some current, maybe at this current, it will suddenly go from 32 to 0. Okay, because you are reducing this. So the current which it was holding just before it get turned off is the holding current. Similarly, latching current. So again you make this on by making this RPS and this RPS on, means that is sufficient VAK and sufficient IG. Once you give, you make it on, and IG, second step, IG is switched off, means you remove this terminal. Okay, you just open it. Once you open it, you observe whether it is conducting or no, and generally it will be conducting. So once it is conducting, then you have to do these two steps. Okay, this fourth step is nothing but a repetition of 2 and 3. Okay, so what are these two steps? Once IG is removed and if it is still conducting, what you have to do, you have to switch off this. Anyway you have removed it, it is as good as you have, yes or no, you have opened this terminal, it means as good as it is not there, you are not given any supply. So you have to remove this, you have already removed this, so slightly you have to reduce. See, directly you have to switch it off. Once you directly switch it off, wherever the voltage adjustment was there, okay, this is the procedure to find latching current. Wherever you had kept the knob earlier, you just have to keep it there and switch off the supply. Then slightly reduce that knob, means reduce this voltage, and then switch on. Once you switch on, if this will conduct, yes, obviously it will conduct because you have given IG, and you have to switch on both, means you have to replug this and make it on. Once you make it on, and replug this, it will conduct. Now again you have to remove it. Okay, that is what is fourth step. Again you have to remove it. Once you remove it, if it is still conducting, you have to do the same thing. What you have to do, you have to remove this. You have to, without changing any knob position, you have to directly switch off the mains, then slightly reduce the knob, that is reduce the voltage, then you switch on. This also you put in, then it will be conducting. Now you remove it. Once you remove, if it is still conducting, you do the same. What you have to do, without changing the knob position, you make it off. Anyhow you have removed this. Now slightly reduced some voltage. So at some particular voltage, that is IA, voltage means what, IA is there. At that on some particular voltage current, once you switch on, you put this and you have put this. Once you remove the gate, suddenly it will go to 0. So that is latching current. This will be very clear for you while see doing the experiment. Now we will actually see the conduction of the experiment. So this part is very easy, and I'll explain it during the conduction of the experiment. So you can stop this video here and read this procedure once, and nevertheless while conducting the experiment I am repeating these things. I am again repeating. Good morning. Now we will see the experiment called static characteristics of SCR. So we are on the table. Now let me explain the equipments on this table. So this is the table meant for SCR characteristics. We'll see equipments one by one. So here is the main supply. Yes, this is the AC supply, and once you switch on, here you will get the AC supply, and from here we have given it to an extension where you are taking two supplies, one for this regulator and another for this regulator. So what this RPS does, both are RPS only, regulated power supply. What this does, it converts AC to DC, and that DC is variable, so that is why it is called as regulated DC supply. So you can see here, you can go up to almost, yes, I think you can see it is up to 350 volts you can go, and here it is meant for to go up to around 7 to 12 volts. So let me explain. See, don't see the connection right now. Let me explain the equipments. So this is your RPS, which is 30 volts, the one which is there in circuit diagram. Then this is the ammeter of 250 milliampere. So here we have two ranges. One is 0 to 250 milliampere and another is 0 to 500 milliampere. So we are choosing 0 to 250 milliampere. So this is DC, because output of this regulator is DC. So next, rheostat, what we are taking is 2000 ohms. So you can see here 2000 ohms, which is there in your circuit. So from there we are coming to the switch. So this is your SCR. Okay, so you can see here, this is your actual SCR, yes, and this is the representation. So this is cathode, anode and gate. So internally from gate, okay, from here it is shorted here below this box, okay, and in the middle anode is connected to this, and this is the cathode pin. And why it is called as 612 is because it is capable of holding 600 volts and IA as, that is anode current, as 12 amperes. So 600 plus 12, they have written 612. So it is just a representation, okay, just the naming. And then at control side we have one rheostat, okay, Yes, this is the rheostat and it is of around 200 ohms, and this is 25 milliampere. Okay, it is again in milliampere, 0 to 50 milliampere and 0 to 25 milliampere, and this is the voltage for gate. So from here you are giving gate signal. So this is gate signal and this is anode signal. For anode to cathode, this is the voltage supply given. So the connections are made as per the circuit diagram. So the connection is positive of RPS is given to positive terminal of ammeter, and negative terminal of ammeter goes to rheostat one end, another end resistance goes to anode. Yes, correct, and the other end of cathode goes back to RPS. Yes, so hope this is clear. Now coming to our, this is positive supply of control, that is it is going to positive end of ammeter, negative end of ammeter is going to rheostat, correct. So this is rheostat, one end of rheostat, and another end of rheostat is going to gate terminal. So this should go to gate terminal. So this is the complete circuit. Okay, hope you have understood the circuit. Now we will see the conduction, that is the procedure. Now we will see the procedure for holding current, correct. So this is the circuit diagram what we have connected now. So to find the holding current, there are 3 steps. First is you have to bring SCR into conduction by applying suitable gate current, okay, and applying suitable voltage across, correct, A and K, correct, A and K, and then you have to remove the gate current, and you have to decrease IA, that is this regulated power supply. Yes, this regulated power supply you have to decrease when after removing gate. Once you remove that gate, you have to decrease this gradually to reduce IA, and at particular current IA, okay, your SCR will stop conducting. So that is the holding current. So we'll do that now. So we'll put on the supply. This is the supply. So you can see there AC supply is on. So AC supply is there, but you want DC supply. So we'll make this on. Yes, now you can see this is on with 0. So you should on with both this regulators at 0 position. So with minimum knob keeping at minimum position, we have made it on. Now you have to give certain voltage. Let me give around let me say around 60, somewhere around 50 to 60 is okay. Even though it is capable of, you are capable of giving 350 volts, do not give 350 volts. Okay, so now we have given VAK, you have to give IG. So IG, how you can give? You can give it by increasing. So I'll increase with my left hand, and we will see whether the current IA, that is SCR, will start to conduct or not. Okay, so we have to, yes, it has started conducting. So our first step is over. Now next step is, second step is, in holding current, gate current is removed. Okay, so what I'll do, this is the gate current, correct, this is the gate current, I'll remove it. Even though it is in on, I'll remove it. And note that this voltmeter or this multimeter, okay, this multimeter is giving the voltage across VAK. Now since it is conducting, it is short circuit. Earlier it was, I had given around some 60, okay, 60, it was showing 60 volts, but as soon as it is conducting, it is showing somewhere between 1 volt. So it means it is short. So I have removed gate current. Now according to the procedure, we have to minimize this, IA current such that at some point this will suddenly drops to 0. So we have to note down that current where suddenly it goes to 0, and that gives us a holding current. So let us do that. I am slowly decreasing this. So you can see I am slowly decreasing this, and I should note down the current at which suddenly it goes to 0. So I am slowly decreasing. You have to do it slowly. So somewhere around 30 milliampere we got it. So that is the holding current. So you could have observed that here when it was at 30 milliampere, it suddenly dropped down to 0. So that is your holding current. So now we have seen how to find IH current, that is holding current. Now we'll find how to find latching current. See, latching current has 4 steps. First step is you have to bring somehow the SCR to on state. How will you do it? You make this on, you give IG, and it will start to conduct. Once it is conducting, second step is you have to remove the IG. Once you remove the IG, in first step you made it to conduct, in second step you have removed it. Yes, even after removing the gate, SCR is such that it will still conduct. Its characteristic is like that. So once it is conducting, okay, if it is conducting, what you have to do is you have to switch off this and switch off gate supply, and after switching off, directly you have to switch off. You should not reduce this to 0 and switch off. No, directly switch off, slightly reduce it so that you have given less VAK now. Now you switch on both. Once you switch on both and you give gate current, it will conduct. It will conduct. Now second step you have to follow. You remove this. Once you remove, if it is still conducting, then what you have to do? Again the same step. Directly switch off. That also directly switch off. Then slightly reduce it. Okay. Give gate. Switch on. Okay. Switch on. Put this pin. Now it will conduct. It will conduct. But if it is conducting, okay, it will conduct, and you remove this now. Again second step. Remove this. If it is still conducting, then you have to repeat this. So every time what you have to repeat, once you remove the gate, if SCR is still conducting, see, when gate is on, it will conduct. But when you remove the gate, then also if it is conducting, then you have not found the IL, latching current. So then what you have to do, when you have removed that, even then it is conducting, means you have to directly switch off both RPS, slightly reduce VAK, and then switch on, then give gate, it will conduct, then remove. At some point you will get to know that when you remove this, it will go to 0. Okay, when you remove this, it will go to 0, but before removing it, it will be showing some current. That current is latching current. Okay, see, this is most important, and this is a bit confusing, okay, because it is trial and error method. Okay, I'll repeat it once again. You first make it earlier. I'll just conduct it now. Okay, everything is at 0. I'll make this on. I'll keep it to somewhere around 70 volts. I'll just do it in front of you. So it is around 70, or you can go to 75, something like that, more than earlier what you have done for IH. Now you make this, you increase this IG. Okay, you increase this IG. See, you can see here, you increase this IG, and you will note that at some point of gate current, and note that I have put this gate. So at some point, yes, I was increasing very slowly. I was increasing the regulated power supply, that is IG, very slowly, and now it is conducting. So now it is conducting. Now what you have to do? You have to remove this gate directly. Now see, it is still conducting. Even though you have removed the gate current, SCR still is conducting. That is the peculiar characteristic of this SCR. It will still conduct. So that is, it is been latched now. Now you have to find that latching current. Now what I do, since it is still conducting, I'll directly switch off this. See, I have not reduced this. I'll directly switch off this. Okay, see, you see that it is coming to 0, and this is also 0, and this is also 0, because I have removed the main supply only, VAK. Obviously it will be not there. Now what I have to do, since I have removed, I'll slightly have reduced it, okay, and I'll put this gate. So you can see that I had not reduced that, so gate I have given, but it is not, this is not conducting. SCR, this is IA, anode current. SCR anode current is not there because I have not put this on. Okay, see, I didn't make it to 0 and increased. Before, in earlier step, what was there, slightly reduced, I have reduced and given. So you can see now it is still there. It will be conducting because you have given gate. Now what you have to do, again repeat the step. You remove it. See, now second step is removed. Second step, that is remove IG. So I'm repeating. So IG is removed. Once IG is, I'll remove it here. You can see both. Once I remove, see, there is no current change. There is no change in current, correct? There is no change in current. So because I am holding the camera, my hand and camera coordination is not there. Okay. Fine. Now what you have to do? So still you haven't found latching current. Yes, again the same procedure. You have removed IG. So at some point, once you remove IG, it will go to 0. That current is the IL. So still after removing IG, it is not gone to 0. So again, what is this step? What is this step? You should directly switch it off. Anyway, we have removed gate. Okay, anyway we have removed gate. We have removed this. Now slightly vary this, slightly reduce. I have slightly reduced. Okay, again I'll put this gate. So once I have put gate, it is showing, but this will not be there because I have not put on the main supply. Once I put on the main supply, you can check. Yes, did you observe the current? Yes. Now it is on because gate is there. Obviously when gate is there, it will be there. But once you remove gate, if it goes to 0, then the current which is showing now, that is the latching current. Now let me see. It should go to 0. If it goes to 0, then only that current is latching current. If it doesn't go to 0, it means you still haven't found the latching current. So I have removed it. So it is not at still 0. So it means you haven't found the latching current. Again, what you have to do? Second step, I have removed gate. Third step is you have to repeat second and third. What is third step? If it is still on, then switch off both, switch off gate and anode supply. Okay, I have removed, anyhow I have removed gate. Okay, anode supply is removed, and now slightly I have to reduce it. So I am trying to find that current which is been latched. Okay, now give gate. So once you give gate, you can see there current is coming, but here it will not be there because I have not put it on. Okay, I have put it on. Once I put it on, you observe there. Okay, yes, current has come. Now again when you remove this gate, it should come to 0. If that comes to 0, that is your IL. So let me see. Okay, I am removing it. See my hand and ammeter reading. Okay, still we haven't found. So what is the procedure? Again I am repeating the second step. So this is trial and error method. Okay, remove this, IG is removed, VAK is removed, slightly reduce this. Okay, see, by doing this process, what you should get, the correct answer is IL we had got 30 milliampere IH holding current. We should get IL slightly greater than that. Now I'll increase this so you can see. I'll switch on, so it is on. Okay, now once I remove this, it will be still on, because I know that IH I had got 30, so IL will be somewhere near 32. So what I will do is I'll slightly reduce this. Okay, and then again give this. See, you can see once I connect it here, the IG gate current I have given. You have seen the ammeter. Okay, and gate current here, it will vary between 0 to 15 milliampere. So I think you can see it is somewhere between 15 below, less than 15 milliampere. Now what you have to do, it is still conducting. Yes, so what you have to do, okay, it is conducting, but I have not removed this. So once I remove, if it goes to 0, then that is your, no, it has not gone to 0. I said no, it will be somewhere near 32, because we have got 30 milliampere. So switch this off. I am repeating the procedure. I am connecting gate. Okay, I have reduced it, so you can see it will be on. Yes, we are nearing to get the. So once it is on, if I remove gate, it should have gone to 0. It has not gone to 0, means we still haven't found the latching current. So my job is to switch it off, slightly reduce this, and again give gate current. Again give gate current. Again switch on VAK. It will conduct. So see here, it is almost 32 now. Now we should be very careful. Now if I remove this gate, it should come to 0. I think it will not come to 0. Yes, I have removed it. It will not come. It has not come to 0. It means we still haven't found IL. So switch off this. Again slightly reduce this. Give this gate current. Okay. Switch on. After giving gate current, it will not get on. Only when VAK is there, it will get on. Both VAK and both should be there. Yes. Now it is almost near 32.5. Now I'll remove gate. Is it 32 point? Will it go to 0? Just check it. No. So still slight reduction in VAK is required. So give this on. Make this on. It will conduct. Now we will remove this IG. Hope you have observed it. So when it was 32 milliampere, this time when I removed gate, it has become 0. So that current is latching current. Hope you have understood this. So now what you have to do, two parts of this experiment is over. One is finding holding current and latching current. Next is characteristics of SCR we have to do. So to do that, before you have to stop this experiment. To stop this, you minimize everything to 0. You switch off and you switch this off also. This also off. So basically main supply is here, you make it off. So before going to next VI characteristics, okay, I have made it off. Now we will see VI characteristics of SCR. VI characteristics of SCR is very easy. Now we will plot VI characteristics. So to plot VI characteristics, we are adjusting IG. How are we adjusting IG? By using that RPS. So you give some IG, okay, and that for that IG you will note down the VAK. Okay. VAK means the voltage applied across this. So DMM I have connected across AK. So this is that DMM. So here in VI characteristics, what you have to do is, for a given VG, you have some IG. For that IG, you go on varying VAK. This is VAK actually. You go on varying VAK, and for a given VAK, you go on noting the anode current. So for a given VAK, you will have a given IG. For that IG, so generally VAK you give, according to my experience for this experiment, you have to give somewhere from 6.8 or 6.9, so that you will get values. If you give 5, you will never, even if you run out of this maximum, you will never get this conduction. So you go on increasing for a given IG, you go on increasing VAK, and you write down IA. At some point of VAK, the SCR will suddenly start to conduct. Initially it will not be conducting. This is IA will be 0 here. Then suddenly IA will come. And that latching current and holding current will be same. The one which we have found now. We have found that IL is 32 milliampere and IH is 30 milliampere. Now that is over. Once it conducts, so when it is conducting, it will have, before conducting, it will have maximum, the voltage which you have given. Once it is conducting, it will drop to 1 volt. So that is the indication that it is conducting. And for similarly you do for another IG. You increase VG different for different IG, you do the same procedure. So let us start the conduction. Okay. It is in minimum position, it is in on position. So here from 0 I have given 6.8 volts. Okay. Or I'll start it from first. So you give some 6.8 volts. Now is it conducting? No, IA is not there, it means it is not conducting. Okay, IA is not there, so it means it is not conducting. Then give me a second. Okay, now you start increasing this. So it is 0, you start increasing this. So as you increase this, I am increasing there VAK. So you can see VAK is increasing, and see simultaneously you don't have to watch whether it is conducting or not. What happens is, when it starts to conduct, it will suddenly drop. So if this suddenly drops, it means this is conducting. So you don't have to watch this ammeter, you just have to watch VAK. So note down that VAK value where it suddenly breaks down to 1 volts. So I am increasing, what I am increasing is this. Okay, I am increasing this. Okay, and you can see the increase 21.9. okay, I am increasing this 30, 31, 33. So I am slowly increasing. You have to increase slowly so that you don't damage the equipment and you get the proper reading. Oh, there is a battery low. Okay, 65. There is a battery low of this multimeter. 66, 67, 72, 73. At some point it will suddenly drop to 0. It means that is the point, that is forward breakover voltage. Forward breakover voltage. You just have to do forward characteristics. You don't have to do for reverse characteristics. You can go up to 200, not more than 200. To find latching and holding current, we gave S. So it was somewhere around 120. So that voltage was 112. For 112, it suddenly break down and came to 1 volt, nearly 1 volt, and it is conducting. So this is for one particular IG. So you go on increasing the, at 112 you note down the current. So only at this value you will get this, otherwise these are all zeros only. So now we do it for different IG. So I'll increase this. I'll do it for 6.9. okay, and I'll reduce this. I'll do it from first. Okay, I'll do it from first. So I have made it 0. Now I'll increase this. So you can see 21, 22. Now since I have increased Vg from 6.8 to 6.9, I should get lesser voltage. Last time it was 112, breakdown was at 112 volt. Now the breakdown will be for lesser than that. So let us see. 74, 75. Somewhere is the voltage where it has broken down. So this is your for VI characteristics. So that is all about this experiment. Okay, once you make down the readings, you have to plot it. V versus I. You have to plot this graph. Okay, that's all about this experiment. Once you complete this, what is the reverse procedure? You have to reduce this. Okay, decrease this, and you have to decrease this also to 0. Yes, you have to reduce both the voltage knobs, and then switch off this and switch off the main supply, and then switch off the main supply, and then remove all the connections. That is the end of this experiment. Thank you.